bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Here. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We thought it would be about spring, as you saw in our last video on how to cast. And, well, we just got hit by a major winter storm, so we're out of school today, and we figured we'd do a product review for you guys.
The weather was starting to get better, and then it just really took a turn for the worst here in Kansas, so
it did.
Hopefully you guys enjoy.
This is all Austin's new rod and reel, so yeah, let's jump right into the reel. Alright,
so the reel, well, first of all, it came in this sweet box here. It is the Team Diawa Pro 100H make. Alright, so the gear ratio is 6.3 to 1, so that really helps with just everything that has to do with the reel. Just great model.
It keeps it overall smooth, so when you reel, there's not going to be kinks in it. It's just going to be complete smoothness.
I've only got to use this once in that last video, as you can see on the casting, and it's just super smooth, just fish catching machine.
It's incredible.
So we're really hoping it's going to do well this year. And you'll see it in many of our live fishing videos coming up this spring and summer. Alright, so it has the super rigid aluminum frame, and that's mainly for looks. Just with the aluminum, it looks better than, the older ones, not as nice ones, they come with a plastic frame, or just not as attractive of a frame.
And it keeps it a lot stronger too, so if you accidentally drop it, karate chop it, whatever you do, it's not going to break.
Yep.
It's just going to stay strong. You might get a little paint chip on it, but that's all.
And it also, I think it almost protects the line, because the aluminum is so thick and bulky, and it just does a great job. Alright, next it is the MagForce Z anti-backlash control, and that is the magnetic brake system inside of it, and that causes there's no backlash at all. From what I've had, this would be a great reel if you're just starting. If you're a beginner on bait casters, it's just a great reel. You would very much enjoy it.
Very good. It keeps it so you're not going to backlash too bad. And like if you're a beginner, I think I said this in my lose video, but set it to 10. It'll really help. You won't get as far of casts, but you're not going to backlash as easy.
And as you can see on this reel, it has the magnetic brakes dial, so you don't have to take off the side and change all the brakes. It's really easy. You just turn the switch to whatever you'd like it.
Yeah, some of those reels, they kind of brag about it. I just think it's kind of stupid, frankly, when you have to completely take it apart and push in the pins for centrifugal brakes.
Yep.
Because, sure, it's not going to misadjust it or anything, but it's just so hard. You might lose that plate if you're on your boat, drop it in the water, then you have to go buy another $100 or so reel.
Yep. Alright, it has the free floating spool, and that's just another great addition that it has on this reel. And we got this reel for a great price. It was on sale for $34 at Bass Pro Shops.
And this is normally like $130.
Yeah, it's just a great deal. We got this for. It has all kinds of great accessories that just really help you while you're fishing. Alright, and it has the 12 ball bearing system, and that just has to do with the magnetic brakes, keep everything really swift and smooth when you're reeling. So, yeah, just a great overall reel. Alright, we'll get into the rod now.
Alright, let's flip this around so then they can see it all.
Yep.
So, as you can see, this is a good 7-foot rod with a split grip.
The split grip is just, personally, I think it feels really nice and it helps with casting. I think it gets more distance on your casts.
It does, because it helps you kind of remember to use a lower fulcrum point, so therefore you can get a larger swing and faster swing of the tip of the rod.
Yep.
So this is a 7-foot medium action rod, so it's really sensitive, a really good rod. It recommends 1/4 ounce to 3/4 ounce for lure weight. You don't really have to follow that, that's just what they recommend. And for line, it recommends 8-pound test to 17-pound test.
And the line test, as most of you know, that just depends on the species of fish you're going for, or really where you're fishing. So that's kind of your own personal call there.
It has really good guides on it. Here, let's see if you can see just one of those.
Really nice, heavy duty. They wouldn't break if you happen to drop your rod.
Something cool about these is most line guides only have 2 little bars that hold it up there. This one has 3.
So that just helps with like I said, if you drop it, it's not gonna break. So, really helps. It also has a nice hook keeper right there. So if you're traveling with it or whatever you're gonna do, just put your hook right there so you don't have to mess up your eyes with that.
And they call that a Texas rigged hook keeper because, as you can see, it's kind of like bent over as opposed to normal hook keepers. And it has cool blue graphics on it, if you can see that. Is that one of the appeals of why you got this rod, Austin?
Yes, that, and it's just a great rod. And from what I've heard, I've only fished with it once, and I haven't yet caught a fish on it, but you can feel everything. Every single tiny movement, you can feel it. So that's another reason why I got it.
And for a medium, this is a really strong rod, but you don't lose sensitivity.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a graphite rod, but it's almost like seems almost like a carbon, if anything.
Yep. All right. I strongly recommend this to anyone who is looking for a new rod or reel. All right.
All right. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Fish on.